What's up, guys? Here with new pup, Mr. Bear, and we're gonna do a quick review of the new decked Gen 2 system on the RAMTRX. So let's fire away. It's my first attempt at a video review. I'm gonna call it Rick's Raw Reviews because I'm not a video editor and I don't intend to try and figure it out. So you're gonna get raw and uncut. You're gonna get the truth. You're not gonna get sugar coated. And you're also probably not going to get an edited video, so I don't have time for it. I got 3 kids and a new pup, so let's get to it. So I'm going to roll up the tonneau here. This is a Tuxedo Pro X15. This is my favorite tonneau cover because it's just so light, so easy to use. Comes out in two little latches, and out comes the tonneau cover. Well, actually, let me roll it back just for a second, just to take a measurement for you guys. Let's see. Roll. Okay, so with the deck system in, let's see if I put this stand up here. We've got roughly about 10 inches, give or take. So mine's it's a flexible tonneau cover, so it can actually go up, but without pushing it up, I've got about 10 3/4. And I can push it up obviously and probably get 11 and a half because it's not a fixed tonneau, but you get the idea. The total bed depth is about 21, give or take, when this is snapped down, about 21. So I'm losing about 10 and a half, about 10 and a half inches there. I'm gonna take a measurement in the center. All right, so it's about, it's 11 3/4, give or take. I'm losing about, obviously about 11 3/4, close to 12 inches, but I still have about 10 and a half inches below the tonneau cover. All right, so let's get to it here. There's some measurements. We'll move this back. I want to show you what I can fit in here, because it's definitely more than I ever expected. Coming from a Tuxedo Tonneau Mate toolbox that was sitting in the front, it was about the full width of the truck bed, and I had a ton of stuff in there. I never thought I would be able to fit all that and more into here. All right, so first of all, this is the battle mat, and this thing weighs right at about 40 pounds, which is incredible. So it actually does not move on the highway with the tonneau cover open. I haven't been faster than maybe 75, but I think unless you're going like 110, you'll probably be fine. Let's see if I can move this guy with one hand. The D-rings. Okay. All right. This thing, like I said, is very heavy. Doing this with one hand here. Oh, that's not gonna work. All right, there we go. Okay. There it goes. All right, so this is the decked system, Gen 2. With the stash bins and not the ammo cans. Right off the gate, I'll tell you one of the biggest drawbacks, I guess you call it, or negatives I've noticed is, and this might not be the system, it might just be me being a gorilla, but you can tell it's not perfectly flush in the center. It's actually kind of, I don't want to say pulling apart, but it's kind of separating a little bit like earthquake. Just a tiny bit. I don't know if it's actually gotten worse, but when I installed it, I tightened the little turnbuckles. Let's see if you can see them. This guy here, a little bit too tight, I think, because we take this thing high-speed off-road, so I wanted this thing to be super secure. And what I ended up doing is, since there's one turnbuckle in each corner, when you tighten them, it pulls it apart a little bit. So I probably want to turn too tight on that. The directions said to tighten as far as you can by hand, and then give it one full turn with a wrench. Well, I put a glove on, and I went old school college days, you know, jacked up on Explode type gorilla with my hand. So, but anyways, it's held up so far. We did one little high-speed little romp, and it hasn't gotten worse. But I did take some measurements with calipers, so we'll see how it goes moving forward. Let me just see if I can adjust something on the. Oh, I can't adjust something. Okay. All right. So, what can we get in here? So we have the 2 drawers, so I will show you that in a second, but I just want to show you the stuff you can get not in the drawers. So I have, amazing, this is not a box of actual ham, although that would be cool, but it would be obviously pretty nasty. Some grease. This is a high lift jack tire lift. You hook that to your wheel and high lift, and then you can lift the vehicle from the wheel. Jumper cables. And you'll also notice in there is a high lift jack extreme 60-inch, so that runs the full length of the truck bed. There's the bottom, the base plate there, and got some zip ties, assorted zip ties there. So that's the first ammo can slash, actually called a stash bin, I think it is. And there's no actual stash bins in there because I needed to fit that other stuff. Same thing with over here. And these are a little hard to open in the beginning, but they get better. This is a base for a high lift jack. So if you're in some sugar sand or whatnot. And there's the actual high lift jack. Yeah, sweetheart?
Can I tell you something?
You want to say hello?
Yeah.
Yes. What you got?
Can you shut the camera off?
I can't.
Okay.
I'm not editing, remember? So they're going to get it. The people are going to get it how they get it. What's up?
Reagan drank some of your Dr. Pepper.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Is she in trouble?
I've been talking to her sternly.
Okay, did you tell mom?
Yeah.
All right, let mom handle it.
And we kept telling Reagan not to drink mom's sweet tea.
Yeah.
Drink it. Drink some of it.
I hope someone's going to give her,
Yeah.
put her in timeout. Like,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because she's going to bed right now.
Well, make sure she's,
Yeah.
tell mom to speak very sternly to her, okay?
Yeah, I've been speaking. I've been the stern.
Okay, well, good job.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yes.
That's not good. She's not supposed to drink either one of
No.
those drinks. Okay.
That's like soda. There's soda in
Yes,
it.
caffeine.
Caffeine.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
2. She should not
Too
have
bad.
that. Yes.
No.
I shouldn't have left my drink where she could get it, though. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, is that it?
No, that's not it.
What else?
So,
You know the whole world is going to see this, right?
Yeah.
Well, probably only like 7 people, because I only have like 7 people that watch it.
so,
Go ahead.
Can I say something else?
Yes.
Me and Reagan, just in the bathroom because we were getting ready to take a shower.
Yeah.
And I just remembered that she had done this.
Yeah.
So I was like all out on it. And I was in there with her.
Yeah.
And you know those metal cans that you have in there?
In where?
Like for your nose?
Yeah.
She hit me with it twice.
Oh,
And it was really hard. It was like a solid rock hit my head.
that's not good.
Yeah, it was right here and right here where my the chalk hit my head.
Yeah.
And the baseball hit my head.
Oh my goodness. Your head. You better ice your head, man.
Yeah, I know.
Did she get in trouble for that?
Yeah,
Did you hit her back?
I did hit her back.
Okay. She shouldn't be doing that, man.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But the big blue one, the big blue,
The big blue.
nose thing that you have,
The big blue nose thing?
color blue.
Yeah. Is it a nasal spray?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you okay, though?
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. Don't show your underwear on camera, okay?
I'm not.
Okay. Well, you were lifting your shirt up. Okay. All right. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Go inside.
Oh.
I love you. Okay.
She has something to tell you.
Oh my goodness. Seriously. 5 minutes of video right now. Well, here's Reagan, the infamous Reagan. And Mama. Reagan,
She's saying she's sorry.
you better be sorry. She drank the Dr. Pepper?
Apparently this happened when I was putting Reed down, yeah.
I thought I put it away. I thought I threw it away.
No, it was when you haven't even drank a sip. She put the straw in it.
No, I didn't have a straw. I didn't have a straw.
Yeah, I know,
put a straw in
but Mom.
She wants to tell you good
Well-
night.
This is legit going to get posted on the web, on the interweb.
Okay.
So far, it's like 65% family, 30%. What, Reagan? I can't understand you. You see the moon?
the moon.
Oh, yeah, you do see the moon.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if you can see it on camera.
Tell you good night.
Are you being a good girl?
Yeah.
I don't think you have been. I don't think you're being a good girl.
Goby.
Gobi?
Goby.
What? What's she talking
I
about?
don't know.
All right, here you go.
Gobi.
Take your passy.
I see the moon.
I see the moon, yes.
Bye.
Yes. Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Hello.
Oh.
Are you coming back in with us?
Yeah.
I feel like you want to be part of the review here.
I
Are you
do.
part of the review?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going back to it. All right. So we looked in those two bins.
Bye.
You leaving?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure you don't destroy yourself
Yeah.
here.
I'll see you guys later.
Okay. Channy, do you like the new decked system?
Yeah,
It's really
love
cool,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Did we camp on it?
Yeah.
Did we? You don't remember camping on it?
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is front passenger. Now here I've got 8 or 10 water bottles, as well as a half-gallon. Probably fit a couple more water bottles in there. Half-gallon water container there. Love you, sweetheart. An entire CV axle, because these trucks are notorious for having CV issues. Some of them. So I've got an entire CV here. And there's actually a tie rod inside that bubble wrap, and I think that's pretty much it in here, but you can still fit some more stuff if necessary. This is all stuff that's not taking up any room in the actual drawers. And then here's the only spot I actually have stash bins. So here I have the shallow stash bin. If I can pull it out here. It's got some Velcros and little rubber guys, a little inflator. This is a deep stash bin. I got a whole bunch of bungee cords and straps in there. I don't need to pull all that out for you. And then down here you can see I've got a bundle of 4 or 5 different saws, walking sticks, like Corona type saws, like hand saws for trail maintenance and things when we're out on the trail. And then doing this one-handed is kind of tough. Doing the other way. Okay. And while I'm up top, before I get down, we did install the 4 factory D-rings that came with the kit. They suggest just doing it in the corners, so we did that, and then we also had 4 more on the way, so we just put the other 4 in afterwards. And obviously you can tell that this works with the factory low-power bed rail system, and when it's darker outside, the lights here, the factory Ram lights, the tailgate lights, light up the truck bed pretty well. All right, ruler, haven't used that yet. I've only had the system for a couple weeks, but long enough to give my feedback on it. So, all right, so also we have a huge walking stick there. It's like 5 feet. And I think that's pretty much everything we got in the rail area, or the sides, the ammo can stash bin area. All right, we don't need this anymore. So let's crack open the first drawer. Drawer number 1. And this is still a work in progress. I think everyone would probably tell you that, but I'm pretty organized, and I'm still working out the kinks. But I have all my small electronics in here. So camera stick for family stuff, random flex light, can of lighter fluid. That's in case I want to get frisky and rebeat a tire. So that's everything in here. Stroller fan, summertime. This is a super great little area light for seeing what you're doing. All right, and then in here I have weighted out actually 66 pounds worth of tools in here. Okay, I'm not going to open up everything here, but literally from wrenches to everything. A full socket set's in here. 8 different vice grips, crescent wrenches, funnels, paper towels, fiber fix, random pieces of metal, grill tape, you name it, it's in here. Like I said, full socket set for 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive. And so that's inside this box. This is like my toolbox. And then in here I have, and I weighed it out, everything in this drawer weighs 99 pounds total, so about 100 pounds. Here I have a click chair, the Big Daddy one with the headrest, that weighs about 8 pounds. Here I got a full hiking bag, which is about 18 pounds worth of stuff in here. Full, legit hiking bag. And I got some mini traction boards. These are Bunker Industries little mini guys. They sell a nice one with a high lift center plate, but since I already had the center, I didn't need it. So these are cheap Amazon, 39 bucks, and they're pretty good. I haven't actually needed them, but reviews look pretty good on them. So that's everything in here, and I can't really put the hiking bag away one-handed, so I'll set that aside for now. All right, I need to locate my dog for a second. Bear! Bear! Come here! Come here! Come! He's a puppy, so he's still learning. Bear, come! Good boy. Don't want him getting hit by a car. I need to put his light up collar on. All right. Sorry for the long video, but you're getting your money's worth, so to speak. I'm showing you pretty much everything that I can on it in this short amount of time I've owned it. All right, and here, simple green boots. It's actually 3 pairs of boots in here. Another pair there, and I got my 2 girls' boots hidden inside my boots. This is distilled water, despite the vinegar container, because I had a radiator leak and needed something just in case. Rinse kit, which huge fan of. It's their 1.5 gallon model. Over there in the garage is a 3.5 gallon Pro. And I've got a rack shower coming, which I'll do a review on. Spare towel, wiping out the kids. This doesn't need to be in here, but planning a Colorado trip, and just in case can't find good enough fuel. Got that. Here we got a cheap Amazon chainsaw that has come in handy many times. We can open it. 2 batteries. Super good. Super cheap. Super compact. Here I have an entire bushcraft, whole bunch of knives and things to make snares and traps and things. Well, might as well take it out. I've got about 115 pounds in here. An entire tire inflator, full size. Oh, as you can see, and then an entire recovery bag in here, which I'm sure you can imagine what's in here, but I'll just crack it open for a second so you can see. This thing weighs like 18, 20 pounds or so. This is a winch weight for the line, to put on the line so it doesn't slap back at you. And then there's a snatch block, tree saver, some soft shackles, winch remote, you get it, toe strap, all sorts of stuff. So, all that in there. All right. It's hard to do this one-handed, and this is, like I said, a full-sized. This thing has been great. We've used this several times. Thor tire inflator. It is actually very lightning fast, as they claim with their logo. Bag, kind of a piece of junk. It's held up so far, but definitely not a bag I would spend money on. Just a kind of a cheap, all right, we'll throw you a bag so you don't have to keep it all together for at least a little while until the bag blows out. Okay, toss this back in. And I don't remember how I had this situated here. This guy here. That's hard to push it in. Okay, there we go. And then all right, so that's everything I got in here. The kit, the system comes with this. It's called a drawer organizer. And then it comes with the big toolbox and then a small toolbox. I don't need the small toolbox. I don't really have any room for it, so I just using the big toolbox. And then it comes with a divider. The dividers are a little, I think they're good if you don't have like super duper heavy stuff in, but like this, like I said, this box right here weighs, with everything in it, weighs 66 or 67 pounds. So it sometimes, like, you know, it's not, I don't think this one's in all the way. There it is. But it, you know, it's not, I mean, it's pretty robust, but it's not you know, if you get in an accident, this thing's definitely gonna flop over and this toolbox is coming. But pretty good. And then it comes with this drawer organizer. I opted for the double just because I figured having something that came around the latch here was gonna be super helpful, so not have wasted space there. But you can see I have this thing loaded, you know, pretty much to the tilt. So loving it so far, no issues. And we have gone high-speed off-road at least once, if not twice, with it. Well, high-speed once and like regular low-speed another time. All right, what else? We got the locks installed. Those were pretty cool. Haven't used them, but got them installed, so when we go, you know, places, we're gonna go overlanding, Colorado, XYZ, we can we park the truck overnight, we can lock it up. What else? Let me look at my list here. Yep, so US company, they've been super good to work with. We had a million questions before we bought it, and so that's kind of my go-to if, you know, I think a company is going to be doing, you know, right by me, is, you know, if they're answering all my ridiculous questions ahead of time to get the sale, great, hopefully they do. But once I've purchased the product, you know, I'll send them a couple more emails just to see and, you know, make sure they're still, customer service is still on point, and it has been. I've emailed them a few times about questions. I had an issue with the big box there, and they sent me a brand new one on the house, and so super awesome customer service. Amazed at how much stuff you can put on the sides. Like this high lift jack used to take up, I mean, imagine where you put this, you know, like you put in your back seat, under your back seat. Under my back seat is completely full of junk, so I just didn't have the space. And so this literally is a completely, you know, if you want the drawer system, you've got this, you know, void of space, you know, here to put stuff. So it's amazing you can fit something that big, as well as CV axles and tie rods and all sorts of stuff, walking sticks and machetes and saws and everything. Completely weatherproof, even with the small gap here. I spent 10 minutes spraying this thing with a hose, and I can actually do that now if you want. And let me just move the towel, get the hose, and I'll show you. Not cooperating right now. Okay. What's up, Mr. Bear? Oh, I just soaked my phone. That's okay. All right, so we're gonna let me crank up the pressure here. All right, here we go. I apologize, it's getting a little dark. I don't have that much time to do these things during the day with the kiddos, so I'm trying to do this last minute before I put them down with the old lady who's currently handling all the business inside. All right, well, I'm not gonna sit here for 10 minutes, and I don't have the editing skills for time lapse, so we're gonna fire it open and see what we see. All right, let me get a light here. What's up, Mr. Bear? All right, here we go. Hopefully you can see a little better with the light. And so some may drip in if I open it with it there. But yeah, one drop fell in. You can see it's completely dry. Hopefully you can see. Completely dry. I'm trying to not have a shadow blocking that. Completely dry. And then, oh, this rinse kit is taking a beating. It's still holding up pretty good though. Completely dry. Move the traction a little bit so you can see maybe. Hopefully you can see in there. Completely dry. Check this side. So, completely weatherproof, which is awesome. Obviously, I did not do a full weatherproofing job just now, but so far we've been in several storms and no issue. And the stash bins, let's see. Let's check. Some water might come in when I crack this thing open like that. But other than what just splashed in, it's completely dry. So unlike the first gen, which these ammo cans were weather resistant, meaning nothing, these things are actually weatherproof, which is very cool. That's that. Let's see, let me check my list of things I wanted to touch on during this video. Let's talk about, okay, real quick, installation. Installation was done at like 11 o'clock at night to like 3 in the morning. It took me probably like 4 or 5 hours, but I was exhausted and I was also a one-man show. And it's much easier if you have somebody else to help you put the thing into the bed. But I did it on my own, you know, in the dark with a headlight. Turned out well. See, obviously a lot of engineering went into this, right? They've got their super duper, you know, high density, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And it's tough. I mean, we've, you know, had everyone jumping on it, and it's, you know, that's obviously, it's rated to, I think, 2,000 pounds. So that shouldn't even rock the boat, so to speak, but you get the picture. It's very robust. It's very strong. I don't feel, I will eventually drive a side-by-side up onto this. Not the full size, but my kids, Ranger 150. And I have no worries about doing that. Having the D-rings in literally every location possible. I mean, you can't go wrong with the amount of tie-down points you have, dirt bikes, whatever. Only thing I would say is maybe if you've got a dirt bike, you might want 1 or 2 in the middle there, which, you know, they could have put one there, but then again, it would be pulling on the separated area, so probably not a good spot to pull. Very robust. I mean, these things are built really tough, and I actually added, I don't know if you can see, but it has threaded nut already built into it, but I added a lock nut onto it as well, just because and you can see right here too, I added some lock nuts on top of the fixed welded nut, just because I'm super OCD about that. My dog is currently, what are you trying to eat, man? What is that? That is, you just murdered a toad? Really, bro? He looks kind of like he's been, don't touch. That's a toad, and yes, he's definitely dead, so let's not eat that, okay? Thank you. The world is very happy they got to see that on camera. Okay. Oh, good job hunting, but I think a petrified toad is probably not something we want to be messing with. Good grief, man. Okay. All right. I'm trying not to swear because YouTube apparently doesn't like it, but most of my videos have a ton of fucking curse words, so. Oh, I just did. There you go. Anyways, all right, so some of the negatives. So I did a measurement before. Now this is an off-road truck, right, with, you know, pretty soft rear springs. These have upgraded iBox springs, and I'll do a review on the truck at some point, but still pretty soft compared to a normal 1500. So it only squatted about a ½ inch, maybe 0.6 inches. I measured multiple times before and multiple times after. So on average about 0.6 inches to squat after adding the deck system. Bear, come here. You can get your collar on. So not a lot, but there still is 208 pounds for the 5.5 foot bed. Here you go. And then the battle mat, this thing is 40 pounds. So it's 250 pounds, call it, all the time, right? And then you add all the stuff inside. Now here's the thing. I had all the stuff inside already in the truck somewhere. So that didn't really make a difference. But the 250 pounds, I didn't. I had a 40-pound Tuxedo Tonomate toolbox, which was actually absolutely excellent. But like I said, we want the ability to drive something up onto this, and the Tuxedo toolbox took up maybe 35% of the bed in the front. So you couldn't, like, I could put my kid's little electric car in there and I would still have to have the tailgate open, and even with the motorbike most of the time. I mean, I could probably just, you know, sideways do it with the tailgate closed. So a lot of, you know, different utility you get from this system. Like we talked about, you lose like about half, maybe a little more of the bed depth, a little bit more than half. And it's expensive. You know, this thing is not cheap, especially when you get all the doodads and the add-ons and things. You know, I think ours was somewhere in the neighborhood of like $1,900 with the battle mat, which was like $250, I think. And then we got 3 more sets of stash bins. No, 2 sets of deep stash bins, which we couldn't use anywhere except for here. So the only place you can put on a Ram 1500, at least a TRX, the deep stash bin is 1 here and 1 there. You can't put 2. Like this one has to be shallow because the fender well, the wheel well. So you can only have 1 deep here and 1 deep there, and then 1 shallow here, 1 shallow there, and then you can have 2 shallows in the front and 2 shallows in the front over there. But the shallows, you're not getting a lot of stuff. So I mean, I have axles and all sorts of stuff in that one over there. With a shallow, put my paper clips basically. So Bear, come here. Bear, come on. My dog's trying to run away. You don't have your collar on, man. You gotta stay here, okay? Here, have a bone. Why are you all wet? Okay, what else? Expensive, yeah. That's pretty much, the only drawbacks I see are the weight, the cost, and the losing, you know, maybe call it 60% of the depth of your bed, which is a big deal, right? But we discovered the workaround, and these 2 companies should really, Bear, come here, should really partner up. We bought them at the same time so that it was never going to be an issue. So like we calculated before, we got 21 inches roughly of bed depth without the deck system under the tonneau. With the deck system and this other thing we've got 25.5 inches. So we have actually more space than we did stock. And I'll show you a quick sneak peek of what that is. Yeah. And I'll do another review on that. This thing is amazing. It is literally built like a brick, you know what, house. And you could definitely take this thing whitewater rafting. There's no doubt about it. It is super awesome. And it weighs only about 60 pounds, and it goes right on top. What happened? And you've got the full bed plus an extra 4 inches, 4.5 inches, give or take. So that's it for this one. A short 33 minutes long. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sure I'll have more reviews for you, and like a long-term review on the deck system once we take it off-road a few more times, and we'll report back any other negatives, positives, whatever we got. All right, guys, have a good one. Bear, sign off, my brother. Signing off, Mr. Bear.